guys, Mike with Nielsen Enterprises, and today we're going to go over a little bit about the new Slingshot. This is a 2021 Slingshot R package. Had the opportunity to drive it from Nielsen's, took it out for the weekend. These things are a ton of fun if you've never driven one. So this being the 21 R package, the R includes a few things that the standard SL or lower models don't have, and we'll explain what those are. So under the hood of this is a 2.4 liter 4-cylinder motor made by Polaris. The R package is going to bump you up from 178 horsepower to 203 horsepower. So quite a significant difference in power to the wheel. Overall experience of driving it is a little more zippy than the standard 178 horsepower motor. The R package includes things like the navigation, the electronic upgrade, Apple CarPlay is standard. A lot of things, the software in the screen is an upgraded compared to the lower trim levels. This also includes this flashy paint job is part of this package as well. Obviously there's other colors available, but as you change the trim levels, different colors become available. This unit does have the auto drive, so those of you who are unable to drive manual transmission, good news. Now anyone can drive a Slingshot. If you haven't driven the auto drive before, it does drive a little bit differently than you would imagine a standard automobile would drive in the way it shifts. Not bad, it's just different, it's unique. When it shifts, there's a little bit of a delay in the way it shifts. If you're not used to driving one of these, it may take a few miles before you kind of get adapted to the way it shifts. It's very unique, very fun to drive, they handle very well. The cornering is fun on these things. If you've never driven one, I highly suggest, if you're an interested buyer, you schedule a test drive. The audio system on these I would rate about an 8 out of 10. They're very good, but if you're a real audiophile, a real audio enthusiast, probably going to leave a little bit to be desired. But the overall experience of these Slingshots, I would say, is a 10. So we get a lot of questions. How fast does this go? Top speed on it is 125 miles an hour with this 203 horsepower motor. It's very zippy, gets to 0 to 60 very quick. Again, an absolute ton of fun to drive. We touched on the audio system. It does have the Rockford Fosgate system on this trim level. There are a couple different modes. There's Slingshot mode and comfort mode, which to my understanding, it changes the suspension, and I believe it also changes at what point the transmission shifts, holds a little bit higher RPM, so a little bit more aggressive driving. If you're looking for a more specific video on this unit as far as the major details go, I'm going to put a link above. It goes into major differences from the SL, the R package, and all the different trim levels. We've got people who's very knowledgeable with the mechanics and the technical differences in all these. He's got a great video. I highly suggest you watch this. But just from a review of a drivability of these things, it's a ton of fun. Even at night, this windscreen does a great job. You don't get a bunch of bugs in your face. Overall, I would say drivability on these things is a 10. So if you're interested in checking one of these out, go to nielsens.com, give us a call, 847-356-3000. Ask for any of the team members there. They'd be happy to help you out and getting you into one of these Slingshots. No matter what trim level you decide to purchase, I don't think there's a bad one. They all have a little bit something to offer for everybody. If you're the type of person that's going to buy a vehicle and mod it out to its extreme, and you're going to change a bunch of things, maybe buying the most tricked out one or the higher trim level doesn't make a lot of sense for you. They start at about $19,000. This one is packaged out right about $30,000 or $31,000. So there's a big range, but it all depends on what your needs are. So we'll see you in Lake Villa.